Well, dear Cancerians, this is going to be interesting. That's you, Cancer. This is Tarot Illumination. This is your December 2018 readings for many like generic love and relationship, okay? I'm sorry we haven't got around to the spiritual journey thing. Time pressures, priorities, what can you do? I'm sorry it's been a very lean month for you guys in terms of getting your reports and videos. Cards are well shuffled in advance before we even start recording, but we like to go to the last second so that you're a total witness. No jumpers, no fires, no oracles, no reversals. Please, dear regulars, allow for just having to go through the drill in case there's a bunch of new people here, because I got to kind of explain the spread a little bit. We use the Tarot Illumination Crucible spread. It's on the understanding that there's you, dear Cancer, a significant other, and a third entity, the relationship itself. And in a loving relationship, both parties are aware of that, and they treat it like a business, like an enterprise, something of great value that they own together, and they invest in it. They do the repairs and the maintenance together, just like they would be like a family business, you know, a mom and pop shop, whatever you want to call it. So when we do this, please also watch for your sun, moon, and rising, especially if they're all different, and then reinterpret and create your own storyline. Also, if it really helps, you might want to cross-watch for a significant other. Also, please invite your invisible friends, okay, or your spirit guides and angels. That's what we do on this side. It enhances and amplifies the reading. Now, before I get into the cards themselves, I just want to go through some basics like we did on the other signs. December 2018, okay? Key dates, December 6th, the new moon in Sagittarius, and Mercury now going direct in Sagittarius. Hallelujah. Sweet for everybody. Very sweet new moon, by the way. Over here, December 21st, towards the end of the month, a big shift and change as the sun enters Capricorn and we have the winter solstice. And the next day we have the full moon in Cancer. All of this stuff is highly pertinent to you, Cancer, as a person, let alone love and relationship. Now, the big events as far as Tarot Illumination is concerned is that this month is a big period of change and transition. A lot of choppy stuff going on. I think of it as the analogy we've been using is think of San Francisco airport in a fog event, where the ripple effect as flights get canceled, delayed, postponed, affects other flights and to other places and connecting flights. And sometimes it's very hard to navigate and plan under those conditions. It's not the end of the world. You just have to deal with it, not take it personally. The big shift as far as Tarot Illumination is concerned, apart from the Cancer Capricorn axis and the big new thing with the Sagittarius new moon, is that Jupiter is now in Sagittarius for a whole year. It's a year journey, and this month it's squaring off hard with Mars and Pisces. So that's a hard square. I feel personally the big shifts in energy as the square off between Jupiter and Mars. Okay, so my translation is expansion of spiritual awareness through challenges to our most deeply buried secrets and wounds in the context of an intimate or loving or challenging relationship. I just wanted to add that extra stuff in there because this is generic, not just for love and relationship. And it is in the context of relationship, an intimate relationship especially, where we can have the most advanced and most profound and deepest forms of healing, if you will allow for that and you understand what happens, what can happen in relationship at those levels of intimacy. It's quite profound, okay? I want to share a couple things first, and then I want to go to the Tarot Illumination Astrodoodle. First off, let's just do the housekeeping, okay? Please bear with me, be patient. Tarot Illumination membership program has just started. Please consider becoming a patron. It's the best thing you can do to support the channel. It's a tiny little channel. It's like an artisanal channel, like a moonshiner pop-up tent somewhere, like a food truck or something, or a hot dog stand. So The people who end up here just end up more or less by accident. It's not a huge tarot channel, okay? So it requires a lot of support outside of the size of the channel itself. Please consider the first Friday group healing events. This is Tarot Lumination going into the world of vibrational energy healing. Highly specialized, specific for you guys. Check out the links below. Also, check out the links below for the shopping, the Tarot Lumination Silk Scarf, the books, personal readings, songs, and Sunday Night Live, okay? Well, you can just come there anyway. Thank you so much. Here is the Astro Doodle. These are my personal notes, generic. I use them in personal readings, okay? But for now, I'm going to share them with you. Look at this one. You might think of it as total gobbledygook, and that's okay. We don't have to be astrologers to deal with this. I just want to share with those for people who are interested. Over here, Venus in Scorpio all month. Very, very sweet for you, Cancer, because that's in your fifth house of true love, creative self-expression, fun and happiness, okay? Passion, okay? Right there. Venus going right through it. How sweet is that for you? Now, the next thing is, I'll just do it, the December 6th, the new moon Sagittarius. That's in your house of, healthy habits over here. So I'm hoping you get a chance to increase your health habits so that it works, so you become a healthier person that can live your whole life, especially in the context of love and relationship. Now, the thing is, December 21st, Sun enters Capricorn, your seventh house. Okay, so that's about a 4-week transit. So there's going to be a lot of light and a lot of pressure on your fundamental relationship right here, starting at the end of the month. And in a day or so, it's the full moon, okay? December 22nd, full moon in Cancer, right on you. So your relationship axis here, this thing right here is really, really lit up at the end of the month. And this is a precursor for 2019, because 2019 is where we're going to have all the Cancer, Capricorn eclipses and the North Node journey for Cancer, okay? So it's kind of a big deal for you. Sorry that took so long for the preamble. Thank you for your patience. We're going to get to the cards now. Please, please, please forgive me for taking so long to get all that stuff out there. Cards were already actually well shuffled in advance before we even started recording. So we're pretty sweet. We're pretty good. All right. Bless these cards. Bless every single one. Bless the whole deck. Bless you, Cancer. Bless Tarot Lumination. Bless the whole channel and the brand and the phenomenon. Bless the healing. Okay. Over here, this is the crucible spread we talked about. Okay. Over here, what are you radiating? Think of yourself as a cell phone. What are you radiating? Beep, 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 beep. And what are they radiating? Beep, 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 beep. Like signals, you know? We are transceivers of love. Over here, deep down inside of you, deep down inside of the other, and at the core of the relationship itself. This is the crucible spread. I think we talked about this earlier. So if I didn't, I'm sorry. Crucible is a structure. It's designed to withstand intense alchemical reactions. And it's on the understanding that there's you, Cancer, a significant other, and the third entity itself, the relationship. So this is the bowl in which it all happens, okay? Watch your sun, moon, and rising. Do the cross-watching. Get your invisible friends on board. Over here, what are you guys growing? Think of this as a business, something that you own. It's a living thing. What's happening here? We're going to look at circumstantial energy, environmental influences, call it the weather. Start. We have the Knight of Swords. So to me, this feels like a serious go for it type of energy. You're in a very fortuitous environment right now to really advance yourself, Cancer, including in the context of love and relationships. You might as well go for it. It's a really good chance for you to, like, let's say, my feeling is this is very much to do with the Jupiter thing, where it's a real chance to improve your own healthy habits and practices over here in a way that are much more effective, more powerful, okay? And also for you to take full advantage of what you discover and learn and understand in terms of like communications and information that are conveyed to you in the context of love and relationship, okay? Also, because of these events happening towards the end of the month, the 21st and the 22nd, with the Cancer Capricorn axis well lit. That's big news for you guys. You're going to get it right in your face. What is actually happening right now in love and relationship? It's time for you to really like like take full advantage of these energies that are around you. And what are you going to do with all of that stuff? What are you guys going to do with it? It's not a couples reading. It's really all about you, Cancer. So what are you going to do with that? What are you radiating here? Well, with the Hanged Man, it might be almost like it's too much to handle. The energy might be so strong, especially towards the end of the month, that it's almost like an out of body experience for you. That's okay. Don't worry about it. It could be expected. Also, with this energy here, this is an indication that you might feel as that you have not a lot of choices right now, except to plunge deep, deep into the world of relationship to the point where you're out of your depth, you're out of your levels of understanding, and you don't really have any options or choices. Well, guess what? That's going to amplify even more in 2019 once the eclipses, the Cancer Capricorn eclipses, and that North Node journey, the North Node, the nodal axis gets really amplified. So you're getting a wake-up call right now in December. This is the build-up, especially towards the end of the month. Please take full advantage of Venus in Scorpio in your fifth house of true love and romance, okay? Very intense, very useful, very nutritious for you in your love life, okay? Even though it might take you above and beyond what you're used to handling in relationships, you got to deal with it. You've got to make the best of it anyway. What are they radiating over here? So with the Six of Wands, okay, this is very nice. They might feel like they've scored. It's just like, wow, I seriously freaking scored with this Cancer person. Like, I don't see them shouting it out. I think this is much more subdued um, because the other party over here, remember Cancer, they're dealing with their own scenario as all these planetary things that we talked about, they're having an influence on them. Okay, like look at it this way. This is what it looks like for you, Cancer, but it could look like this or this or this or this or this or this for your significant other. So they're having to deal with the same influences, the same weather as you, but it's their experience. My feeling is that it's the energy I felt here is less like, holy jeez, this is freaking awesome. I never really knew it could be like this. I feel like truly like a winner. I feel like I'm appreciated. I'm understood. Somebody gets me. I get them. We've got something really cool here. And you might be in a state of mind like, oh, wow, thank you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Um, and then you admit to Terra Illumination, honestly, TL, I have no idea what's going on. It's over the top. It's almost too much for me. The Venus in Scorpio thing, the Cancer Capricorn axis, I don't know if I can actually handle it. I'm wigging out. And Terra Illumination says, well, that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to worry about that. They can have their own experience. You don't even have to tell them. Just be cool, okay? Allow yourself to be disoriented, discombobulated. And you can learn so much from this by taking a very, very like elevated, broad spectrum perspective of your relationship. Like almost like a disembodied, out of body experience. And you get to witness yourself, the other, and the relationship from heaven. And you go, oh my freaking so and so. Whew, cool, all right? So what are you radiating from here? Okay. So with the Seven of Wands, my feeling is that you're starting to realize that as sweet as it is with the Venus in Scorpio for you, the fifth house, the Cancer Capricorn thing is actually a lot of pressure. And it's just a glimpse of what is to come. And so you might be feeling it deep down in your guts, like gulp. Oh my gosh. What is actually happening in my love life? Uh, 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 and you're handling it, because whatever is coming at you, you're dealing with it. You're handling it extremely well. You do have the high ground. You are the embodiment of heroism and courage here against all odds. So that's very, very cool. And I think they're digging it. I think it's almost like if you, Cancer, are going through some kind of tumultuous like expansion of who you are and how you are, and it's kind of requires you to be courageous and go deep into the unknown where you've never been and where you might feel disoriented. They're digging that. They're thinking like, wow, they must really care. Wow, that's like, I don't know if I can handle that. I'm glad I'm not the Cancer person right now. As even though they got those some lucky breaks with the fifth house and Venus and Scorpio, all that. That's cool. Whew. Okay, what are they radiating over here? Okay, wow, oh yeah, Ace of Cups. So Cancer, I have a feeling you're in luck. I have a feeling that it's almost, to me, this feels very like, oh my gosh, I'm so freaking lucky I've scored. That's what I feel is happening over here. But I think it's very kind of subdued, very, very subtle, because they don't want to interfere with your journey of how things are changing and evolving and growing for you as you go through that analogy I talked about, the San Francisco fog event, where you're having to deal with a lot of shifting and changing just like everybody else, but it's really amplified for you because of the Cancer Capricorn axis and the Venus in Scorpio, okay? Your fifth house and your first, seventh house polarity axis of relationship. So my feeling is just like, this is so cool. This is so cool. I'm with someone who really loves me, understands me, gets me. At least I think so. And this is a chance for me. This is my serious opportunity for me to go to the next level where I've always wanted to be, where I knew I could be, where I knew this kind of thing happened, where the healing power of love can actually flow from me, from up above, and into my life, my world, my relationship. And it's very cool. And that they want that for you. It's like they are offering a fountain of love for you and the relationship itself. That's what I have a feeling is. And they understand that you're going through tumultuous shifts and changes, and they don't want to mess with that. They're just like, I'm so grateful. I hope this is all going to work out okay. I don't know what's going to happen because they're under a lot of pressure. Okay, so that's very cool. Let's have a look at the relationship itself. So with the King of Wands here, my feeling is that the relationship is starting to show signs of you know certain aspects of magnificence, inspiration, about like like anybody would want a relationship like this where both parties actually see the heroic aspects of themselves in each other. Does that make sense, guys? You understand, in relationship, one of the most valuable components is the mirror of you to the other and the mirror of the other to you. And that's how we can learn and grow and heal and evolve so much. And my feeling is that, in some kind of to me, it feels very, very subdued. Even though this is a very powerful, bold card, the King of Wands, my feeling is that what's happening here is a very gracious acceptance of how awesome this is. And you're seeing how awesome this relationship is for you, Cancer. They're seeing how awesome this relationship is for them, because it's good for them. And this is good for you. And you're doing what you have to do, and they're doing what they have to do. And so it's very inspiring. Like, you become an inspiration to each other, and the relationship becomes an inspiration in itself. And you can look and examine it yourself and go like, we've got something pretty effing amazing here. And we've really worked so hard to do this, be this way, have this thing. We deserve it. Okay? It's beautiful. That's what I'm sensing here. I don't know if I'm getting too carried away, but that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot of this. It's almost like this is this is overwhelming for me. I'm like, yeah, but you're doing okay. I'm just telling you, you're doing a really good job. Seriously? Yeah, I'm turned on by this. Like, I have so much that I can offer. And like, well, I that's kind of what I've been aiming for. And oh, well, you've got it. It's like it's right here. See? Oh, I see. Thank you. Wow, that's so cool. You know, you're an inspiration to me. I couldn't do this without you. Well, I was getting up to the point where I was going to say that you're an inspiration to me. I couldn't be me or do what we do or have this relationship without you. So, wow, that's so freaking cool. Wow, I love you. Hmm. Hmm. Where is this? Let's have a look. Let's not get too carried away. So with the Eight of Swords here, my feeling is that this whole thing is like a projectile. And this whole relationship for you, Cancer, is taking you like you're being shot, put in through a cannon and shot out the other side, like those old-fashioned amusement park things from centuries ago or whatever. And you realize that you guys are getting almost, it feels to me like squeezed through a nozzle where you're going to get the chance to like examine yourselves, examine each other, examine the relationship as something almost like an adventure that needs to be explored and understood. Where I'm going to go back to the stuff that we talked about earlier, this thing, where with the Jupiter Sagittarius thing and the Mars Pisces thing that is so prominent right now, and how it's affecting you, Cancer. It's going to affect them one way or another, okay? It's going to affect the relationship. But what it does, it puts the relationship into a very strong, courageous, like uh, indefeatable, indestructible condition, state of mind, determination to expand the spiritual awareness of the self and each other and the relationship through the challenges to your most deeply buried secrets and wounds, their most deeply buried secrets and wounds, and the most deeply buried secrets and wounds of the relationship itself, which all could be interpreted as a maze, as a puzzle, a series of obstacles that need to be understood and acknowledged. And you work through it like a puzzle, like a maze, and you don't you're not destroyed or harmed by this. This is information, knowledge that you need and that comes to you and that uh, inspires you to grow further. So I feel it's kind of encouraging, and it might be, you know, there's no question about it. There are going to be challenges when that Cancer Capricorn axis is really lit up. But I think you've got so much going for you here, Cancer, that it can't possibly be too bad. And you've got someone who's really, really on your side. They really, really want this to work for you because they're seeing how it works for them. It's like it's like juicy. It's really, really juicy and succulent for them. And you might be struggling with it, but overall, it kind of has this work thing like, we can do this, we can handle it, we're going to handle it, we're very strong, the relationship is sturdy, we are an inspiration to each other, I'm an inspiration to you, you're an inspiration to me, we're going to take full advantage of this. The other is putting all the love that they possibly can into it, above and beyond, and all that because they know that that is just going to make it even better. And you're doing a courageous job of handling the challenges. And so it puts you like in the maze, it puts you in the puzzle with your greatest capacities and gifts to endure. And you're doing a really good job, and you will do a really good job. Okay. Well done, Cancer. Okay. All the best. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so, so much. Okay. Go for it. Okay. Discover the truth. Okay. Allow for the expansion of spiritual awareness that you need, that they need, and that can occur in the context of the relationship. It's beautiful. Don't be scared of the things that unfold. Don't be scared of going deep, deep, deep into levels of intimacy. Remember, I should have shown that to you earlier. Mars is in Pisces up there with Neptune, okay, in your house of a ninth house of wisdom, higher consciousness, and awareness. It's really going to get stimulated and activated over there, okay, for you. So don't be scared of that. This is very healthy, nutritious evolution. And there are certain types of healing that can only occur in the context of a loving, intimate relationship. So it might not look like a very lovey-dovey romantic reading, but my feeling is that there's a lot of dynamics here that are very nutritious and stimulating and very healing for you, the relationship, and for your significant other over here. Okay? It's not going to be the easiest thing, but it's going to be very, uh, and let's say, enlightening. It's going to take you to new. It'll take you out of your out of body experience and back into conscious awareness. Like you get through this and come out the other side. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Cancer. Make the best of it, please. Cross watching. Please consider becoming a member. Do the subscribes and likes. All of that really, really is important and it helps a lot for the channel. Thank you so, so much. Bye bye.